Um, we're focusing on IWM. I had to start the recording over. We again hit cost basis, did not break today's high of day, shot down, and as of right now, we are trying to grab onto the floor. There is some reason to believe that we could see a leg down, and of course, that target, if you're gambling, if you're looking, would be 202.50. And of course, those were really cheap today. I grabbed a few, thought that was a possibility, and we just took too damn long. I did, however, get a hold of some of the 206s. Those were okay. But more or less, the signal here is kind of pointing down at the moment. But with this bounce, right, I'm going to move down here into this 2 hour time frame. With this bounce, we're fighting to hold on to that. I think it's also really important to acknowledge the empty space that we left up above us, right? That is liable, if we're not able to break down under this floor, to get filled tomorrow, right? There's also, probably a little channel here, like so. So that being said, I'm again gonna, like I do at most of the time, I'm gonna wait towards the end of the day to see if we can give me or give a hint as far as where we're going to close. But this is kind of looking like a rejection, right? Off of cost basis, candle closing red against the floor. Kind of looks like it might end up going down, but it is a inside trade. I think the only one that really offers a major move is if we break up. So Nvidia, yeah, I know. Yeah, we'll go over it in just a moment. All right, so let's take a look at SPY. SPY, not really much has again changed. We did go up, tap that same red wick over here to our left, and we're holding. You go down into the 4 hour time frame, and we, like everybody else, except for on the 24 hour, it's not as recognizable, hit cost basis, and are sitting on the floor. So again, if you're speculating or if earnings shoot up, that could be a easy punch back, and that 578 or 598 and $600 target would be super obvious. So let's again kind of see where, if we close any differently, we can take these positions closer to the end of the day. But yeah, not getting a really super useful read at the moment from price action now. And at least as far as the 24-hour candle close, it's showing a rejection. I think that's the main thing, is we're rejecting off of cost basis, and that's that can lead to, usually if you reject cost basis, I want to see the floor lost. And we're closing flat up against the floor on IWM, so I could lean more downside. On the SPY, we're not so much, so with the Qs, however, right? We talked about the punch back and the move up. We did move up. We did move past, and we did not hold, right? So shaky legs as you tried to make your approach. And what's underneath you is even scarier, right? Because currently on the 2 hour, you were sitting flat up against that wall. You have a floor directly underneath you that separates you from what I'm seeing as obviously a pretty potentially strong leg down. That's up in the air, right? So there's room to hedge. If you take something long today, you have a worst case. Whenever you have a price target that's far away but tangible and is under you or above you, or in opposition rather to what you're taking, that opens up the opportunity to hedge if that risk to reward is fits the script. So we're going to take a look at whatever it is you guys are requesting here in just a moment. So all three ETFs, right, showing some hesitancy, moving to the upside. I think another thing that we can look at today, sometimes we can look at earnings and kind of see if there's anything. NVIDIA, obviously, Salesforce, ELF. Tomorrow we have Best Buy. I don't really see any major names that'll give us a huge move like we're looking for. Um, PSTG. Yeah, I think we talked about
You
that
mean
one.
outside of NVIDIA, right?
Huh? Yeah, outside of Nvidia. Yeah, outside of Nvidia. So Nvidia earnings being a part of the S&P, their Qs, we could see that be the fuel. If this could also, so I'm gonna just say this, I think in the last couple of months it's just been this way where we've had to kind of sit on the fence because we don't have confirmation, or I think with the IWM it's a little bit more clear cut, right? Coming down, refusing the floor, closing underneath, or yeah, kind of right at that mark. It makes it a little easier for me to speculate going down, and attempting a 202 gap fill. There's also a gap fill to the upside at 208, right here and right there. So I'm going to go ahead and just safely wait till the end of the day. And if I don't feel like I have confirmation, I'll take a target based out of the money, more or less leaning down, um, uh, swing trade. On the Qs and SPY, however, a little different because those could be directly impacted by the Qs or by Nvidia, and that again, if Nvidia fucking plummets, you've got a nasty gap down here that could just be the catalyst, or just be the quote unquote catalyst. Or if it rips to the upside, you have perfect targets to the upside that would make sense as well. So, but anyway, all three ETFs kind of inconclusive at the moment, but we'll see if we get a little bit more clarity towards the end of the day. All right. So if you guys have any requests, of course, I know a lot of you are watching Elf. I've said this a million times. I'm going to say it again. I'm going for it, right? I'm swinging for the $100 mark. I mean, as happy as I am with the gains now, it kind of sucks, because that's almost like a damn earnings run in itself. Earnings runs, I haven't really looked into it too much. I mean, Elf typically responds, even if it's the next day. So I'm not, if we wick down and come back and retest 77 or even $68, I think 68 would kind of be like where I'm like, okay, that's not good. But other than that, you could, wick down, retest, and then tomorrow. But I'm in it till 125, 123, and 100. So, power of publish, you're a scammer. Gotcha. And of course, Nvidia. Now, I take earnings trades based off of what I interpret to be clear setups. This, not so much, right? As far as like a clear setup, I think leaning on the weekly, we can say, all right, well, you've grabbed onto the floor this week. So cost basis, or 142, would be my first earnings target, right? 140, 142. If this is one of those earnings, because it's been a while since we had a huge ripper, right? If that occurs, I could see 160, I could see 170, right? And I'm basing that also off of this bad boy with the potential to run up here. So we'll watch it at the end of the day. A lot of the times, guys, and just because I'm giving you targets doesn't mean they're going to get hit. A lot of the times they'll just cook your ass. To the downside, you have a target right here at 124, and of course the gap at 116. So you have this and this. And above you, right, you have this, and of course, perhaps that. The Q&A is tonight at 6:30. I hope to see everybody there. This is just for you to ask whatever questions that you have. Next week, and I have not confirmed this because I'm trying to make sure that scheduling wise, um, but I think next week is going to be um, the workshop. Mm, damn. All right. Yeah, Q&A on TikTok. All right. If you guys have any requests, go ahead and drop them in the channels. Let's take a look at it now. Potter's Pig is playing better Minecraft. Wow. Guess I'm not as cool as Minecraft. Is the target down for 76? Yeah, I see you, Hinu. Why are you yelling at me? No, it's good. Why are you trying to short it? Does Roku, what did you say? Does a target of 76 below make sense? Oh, you said, oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I just included the word below. Must have, I'm tripping balls. I see 75.50. Yeah, 76, 75.50. Yeah, it makes sense. Um, AAP up. Better than APP up. Brother, what is that hitting? No shit. I would assume so. Yeah, I would be looking at the 50% mark in between the two, which you're very close to. That's 54, 53.88, and then of course 57.55. Of course, nothing is you already had a giant rip up. So if you spent some time consolidating, that wouldn't be the worst. You have a box underneath you on the 4 hour, you can use that. And if it comes back down and retest, that would be dope. Is the workshop what? Trump ordered U.S. chip manufacturing to stop selling to China. The video puts. Mm. If you ever seen Harry Potter, Professor Umbridge, the lady in pink, I feel like that's Trump, like hammering a bunch of decrees into the wall. Very cool. Damn, what the fuck? Does this have earnings or anything? I mean, you're at cost basis. You have a box above and a box below. 4 hour. Very curious. I mean, don't overcomplicate it. You need to break 118.69. You need to get over the 121.86 wall, and you do have a lot of empty space. I would expect 125 to be a mark. This thing is obviously moves like fucking pond water, so a good expiration is probably extremely necessary. That's not something that one needs more volume. If it has volume though, it'll rip. Burl earnings tomorrow. Burlington Coat Factory. Shit, if this thing falls, bro. Why do I feel like that's going to okay. Why do I feel like it's going to 136? Meow. If you make that sound while you're measuring it, it helps. Brother, I feel like this thing's about to have a monumental meltdown. What's up, brother? Okay, so let's ask another question. How does it move on earnings? Earnings doo 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 doo. Not so fast. Not doo doo. Doo doo. Not doo doo. About any big dumpers? Big. So how's the last couple of earnings been? Earnings chop. Earnings chop. So this one should be the one. I feel like
It's due for a not doo doo.
it's due for a not doo doo. Jesus, motherfucking prayer. That is expensive, my boy. All right, I'm just gonna be real with you guys. I gotta keep it 1,000. This is just a feeling, which means you could probably. It's a feeling based off of everything I've ever gone through as far as trading is concerned. But I don't know, man. Something about this setup just says it's gonna fucking dump. It's sitting right here. The weekly looks really bearish.
Unless you see 200, it ain't worth it for me.
Yeah, well, well below 200, dude. I mean, it would only be worth it if I probably did like 190 or 195. See, I'd rather pay just a little bit less, but 185's spread. Let's see what you can. Let me see what one contract will do. Market order. Okay, so they fill me at 10. I got filled at 10 on 185s, but that's still, I don't know, maybe complete gamble. I'm not even going to call it an analysis. It's not like A&F. It's not. I shouldn't even be telling you guys, actually. I'm being a bad person right now. Look at that. All right, cool. Okay, so hold on. Maybe there's. So, right? Come on. Does anybody else see this? Am I bring me back down to earth?
Come back down.
I mean, maybe it just happens over a series of weeks, but I'm going to fucking shoot my little shot here.
What are you guys doing to the bid and ask? Look at this. Look at
Yeah,
this
I know.
shit.
I know. Hey, if you guys could stop putting volume, I'm just telling, you know what? I'm not telling you guys anything anymore.
There's 20%. Everybody trim.
Yeah, right. That's funny. As I'm speculating on which contracts to buy, they start going up. You guys are dorks. Stop it. All right. Yeah, forget that even happened. All right, FL. Oop, that's LF. That's not it either. Damn. Down ER tomorrow? I'm pretty sure that just happened. There's no way, right? The fuck did Foot Locker go up for? Are they getting bought or something? Can someone fill me in?
They got bought out. Yeah, they are
bought.
getting
What
bought,
to do with dicks?
And are they getting bought at $24?
apparently.
Then I wouldn't. What do you? Yeah, stop. Turn around. If that's where it's at, then they're likely going to keep it there, unless they crack it up to 30. But that's like less than. Yeah, I don't even see it going down because right now it's bought out. If it's news that it's getting bought out, and it hasn't happened yet, then maybe. But if you buy Solana, you will be so tired of winning. There's somebody else promised me that this year, last year too. And so far, it just doesn't feel that way. Trading, yeah, but the world has been a lit. PLTR down. Okay, so let's come to a conclusion here. You're in range, right? So what do we know about that, right? That's pretty simple. Consolidation. This is probably something like Tesla, right? Where we should go and fucking count the candles. It reminds me of this. What's happening here? Very, very similar. In fact, so similar, it's hard to ignore. Now let's drag this over here because I want to see what that top is. That's 2 times off the top. tons of chop, just similar to that. And what's the break point? 119.75. So I would say if you're going to take your shot, that would probably be a good starting point. And the goal here, and I don't think it would be worth it to take it any other place than 98. You have a gap down to 109.72 or 77, and you will bounce just like you did before. And if you look right here, right, you bounce off the floor, go back up to the top, and then completely reject. So having a good stop loss would be critical. So I don't hate it. I can see why. But I will also say this. You're one news headline, you're one market movement away from going and hitting that for a third time, and you're gone. Okay. All right. That one, man, I kind of impressed myself on that one. I would actually say at the moment you're still kind of bearish, leaning towards a potential target at 355. You did bounce up. You did hit cost basis, or the previous floor up above you. You can go to the 2 hour here. It's very simple, right? There's really no question as to what needs to happen. I would go ahead and say 370 is what needs to be pushed past in order to start moving up towards 381 and accomplishing that empty space there. Now, if that is, if you're still able to hold, and this is a pretty weak bounce, but as long as you're able to stay underneath that and you still have candles that are looking like this, I don't think that's yeah, you can see that they're pushing this back down. So I would be looking possibly for this to, you could box up in here. And I think that's really where you got to determine. But ultimately, it's literally just this low, and then you're heading down. Alex Trades blocked me because I shilled him Solana. I'm about to block you too. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. You're good. Can't shill me, though. I'll shill you, dude. I'll shill you up. Diddy shilling. All right. MSTR APP up. Damn. AAP up and APP up. It must be the morning time for APP. All right, that was too far. All right, anyway, back to it. 395.86 is the only wicks that I see over here to the left-hand side. You are above the candle closes. I think that's the important. But just looking at, because there's just nothing but empty space up above you. Let's see here. I'd be aiming for 398.84 and 409. That's a weird fucking box, and I'm ashamed to have even drawn it, but it's the only range you have. You'd probably need to actually go to the 30-minute and kind of break that down a little bit better. Yeah, that's better. I knew it was in there somewhere. So yeah, 398, 409.50, and you can possibly be moving about your way. Carvana.
Hey Potter, did you get the 180s on Burlington?
190s.
Oh, I was gonna say somebody got a ton of them, made them more expensive than the 185s. I thought that was you.
I did not. Who did that? It's got to be somebody in here.
Well, they had 3,324 of them, so I don't know.
Jesus.
What strike is that?
Burlington
Full port.
180s
Full
for
port.
next
Full
week,
port.
June 6th.
Jesus Christ.
Somebody just bought a shit ton and they made them more expensive than the 185s.
Sorry, guys.
How much are they?
Junior,
I'm
throwing your
just
weight
kidding.
around.
No, I'm just playing. Nah, hell no, that wasn't me. But I got the 185s. I only got 15 though.
Oh, I see
55.
that. Yeah, they jacked that spread bad. Jesus Christ.
Somebody bought 5,300 of the 2750s for AI for earnings tonight.
Jesus Christ. You need help on Carvana. Okay, well, let me tell you something. You probably know what's going on, right? You just need to make sure that you look above and below you. So where are you at, right? Whip out your map. Or if you're thinking about Harambe, it's not your map that you'll whip out. But you got a candle close above 308.86. That is what I would consider to be the resistance above you. And then you look at a 24-hour time frame, and there you go. And so I would be looking at a 330.50 target. If you draw a wiener on Solana chart, it should rock it. It's good to know, man.
Oh, you did that on Reddit, and look what happened.
I did do that, didn't I?
Wait, so you guys grabbed next week's on Burlington?
No. I grabbed 190s and 185s. Well, actually, yeah,
Okay, that's
I
what
grabbed,
I was thinking.
I market filled one of the 185s to see what I would get filled at, which was,
But not for this week, though, right?
yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
earnings is Thursday or tomorrow.
Is it morning time or?
I don't know.
No, I'm tripping.
Yeah, before market open.
Perfect, dude. That's amazing. I don't know, bro. I'm
That's
probably
what Trading View said.
Was
I'm
there an
probably-
upside target on Burlington?
Yo, Potter, you
No.
don't like that PSTG one? The one
I
we
did
guys
like.
went over earlier?
Fuck. Yeah, I did actually
one?
like that one. We'll look at that one as well. Yeah,
Because that one was in a box, and that one did look really good.
about to put you in a box. You don't-
Oh, I like it.
Oh my.
Ay, Dios mío.
Ay, Dios mío.
As long as it's cardboard.
This is a cardboard
It
box.
needs to pull back a bit.
That's a weak candle close, but I mean, it's about as good as you get. I mean, it's fucking Etsy. It has shit volume. So this could be a great place to maybe be ballsy and short, or this could be the place to look for 554. But I tell you what, that close does not give me any insight. And listen, drag my balls through a road of glass before I fucking trade Etsy ever again. Like that is never again. Look at this thing. I'd rather go on I'd rather go do karaoke with Helen Keller than trade Etsy.
Reasonable crash.
Bro,
Sorry.
what?
Sorry.
Now you're just being mean.
I
That
know. I'm
was
sorry.
two back-to-back bangers. Drag my balls through a road of glass and go to karaoke with Helen Keller.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I would assume 29.78 is you got a $30 target and a 29.78 target to the downside. For JD. So sorry, it's just the first thing that came to my mind.
Bro, did you just come up with that? That shit's hilarious to me.
Yeah. I'm just receiving weird messages from somewhere. Just
Potter, we
randomly.
don't really need to have the soundboard to get you banned. You get yourself banned.
Autism.
Can you imagine if they get AI? They quote me. They're like, I see transcripts of what I said. Shameful. Yeah, I would say right now this is your only chance to bounce, maybe being on this channel. But man, I tell you what, talk about a doo-doo box. Doo-doo, I can't see anything. So, who's better, Potter Sox, Alex Trades, or Rusty Rod? I don't know. Fuse Alex Trades and Rusty Rod together. Back to back.
And you have Rusty Trades.
And he'll still take him double fisted.
You just sealed them back to back. You can't get them that way. All right. Let's see here. JD HPQ earnings happening. Is that why does that not look real? That's real. Okay, 24-hour time frame, weekly time frame. What the? It doesn't look like a crazy great earnings setup to me. You reused the previous box's cost basis as a target. You hit it and you're falling. You lost your floor. I would probably assume that 26.44 is your target here. 24 is really not giving me any other signs. You know, maybe you could go and hit 32, but AI, yeah, like Human Centipede. That's what I was thinking. Hold on, let's get rid of this channel. See if I can Jimmy Neutron this shit.
For those of you recently joining us, he's going to have a brain blast.
Not,
That's what they call it.
I'm not feeling it right now. I don't see it. Empty right there, floor right there. I think it's I see 2640, right? And then of course 2950. I'm not sure the climate of AI right now. Let's see, what's the weekly telling us? It's 344.
Inverse head and shoulder. Just wanted to say it. Okay, bye.
Yeah, I see it, but the weekly is where, what are you being held down? So you're being held well underneath $24, but you're also holding 21. You got empty space all the way to 29. The only target that makes sense is $26.50 and $29. So if you take it, that would be my best guess. Hedge is probably looking around $19. Weird one though. Not really sure about that. You said S has a kind of a Schwab setup. Let's see, 20 weekly. Okay, so that's a little yucky, but okay, so 2175. That's a target to the upside, and would be the target to the upside, I would assume. And being that you're directly at resistance going into earnings, this isn't a terrible thing. And then where you broke out from, which is 1885, you've already come back down. You filled your gap. Yeah, this one doesn't. Yeah, I don't feel anything when I see this. You know, it's not like my first kiss. 1650 maybe would be a retest area, then maybe curl back up, or because you're up against that, if you can bust out, I would say 2185, but not my favorite. Not my favorite. I know some of you guys don't want my opinion on it, or you know, whether I like it or not. You just want me to tell you the price targets, but I don't like it. Lift, nice consolidation, which seems to not happen in a pattern here. Well, you get, okay, so you have consolidation run. It's definitely got to be nearing a move soon. There's likely something that's going to happen. I believe, yeah, that was cost basis. Does this have earnings? It already did. The way it's moving, you know, it almost seems like your future is still plagued with more sideways action, but it is simple in that if you want to go short 1550 is where that starts. That's it. And that's where I would take it. Nvidia. Yeah. I'm sure you guys have, yeah, my thoughts on this are you either go to, yeah, so you have a punchback over 141. That's the first target to the upside. 141.21. If it goes crazy, right? Which right now, for some reason, I feel like if anything's possible, that could be possible. Then I could see 160s, 170. But you know, whether or not you're willing to, like, to me, I feel very, very little urge. If it rips up to 200, you know, good for you. But that one just, I mean, it does look like it's gonna rip. I mean, that I can say. But at the same time, I've seen NVIDIA look just like this and absolutely destroy folks because it doesn't move at all. Now, that's one thing I think is important to notice is you really haven't moved a lot since basically, a year. So, all right. So, oops. I don't know what that is, but it's ripping. So, we were talking about this one this morning. If you're looking for a earnings play, right? And I think, did we look at the contracts? Can't remember. Yeah, they were okay. So let's make this simple, right? The first target is 60 down. Second target down or up. Sorry, what the fuck am I talking about? 60, 50, and then maybe 64. right? We've established that Pure Storage can earn or move pretty well on earnings, right? To the downside, it's 48.50. So I see $40 contracts, which are, that's too fucking far, and $60 contracts, which are right outside of the money, and those are also pretty fucking far away, or excuse me, expensive. So if you normally put in $300, you might only be able to grab a couple contracts. Does that make it worth it for you? If you lose that, you know, does that hurt? I know it looks good, but we're going to talk about this during the workshop. This is one of those things where when all systems go, when all boxes are checked, that's it, right? ANF, cheap, makes sense, clear, empty space, good target, nice channel, everything, good. This, right, it's good, but it has a BBL. And that's just, we can't go for that. All right. The contract's too expensive. That last box. BBL Drizzy. All right. Let's see. What else do we got? Walmart. Listen, while you're in the box, dude, hibernate. Chill. Because there's really no sense in trying to you're working your way through it. Today you got held down significantly, you know, but it didn't really push you back. You didn't lose anything. So if you lose anything, it would be right around 96, 32 and 96 flat that I would be truly concerned. So Costco earnings Thursday. Okay, so that is tomorrow. So let's establish, does it move on earnings? Seems to, especially in the days following. Not so much, not so much, not so much, not really, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. So to crapshoot, right? Now, does it have a good setup? I think that's probably one of the more important factors here. What did you have here on this earnings that you don't have now? Empty space. So either this one pops out and fucking rips, or you create more empty space on a big, you know, rip down and triggering a lot of boxes. But the reason that this moved so well was because this moved so well. So when I look at this, it makes me want to barf. I don't want to put in more work. I just want the money, okay? Again, if it did trigger these boxes down, you know, I could see a 940 target perhaps. So strike price for HPQ. I mean, I'm not looking at the strikes. I'm telling you the targets. You got to map that out. $26 would be the target down. And if by some odd, yeah, if you could wick down here and pop back up, I'd be looking at 32. So what are we thinking about NVIDIA earnings today? I don't want to think about it anymore. I'm tired.
ETF should push it down a bit.
Yeah. Oh shit. There we go. So there's what I was seeing earlier, right? But is it enough? Last wick. What's under the wick? Nothing except for 204.64. IWM contracts. Sometimes I fuck around. Mm, 204 is the target down. You got empty space above. So this could whack us. So we could whack everybody. But 204 for tomorrow. 204 or 203. I still do have some TSLO. Yeah, I do. This is definitely the time to hedge. I'd said that earlier today, this morning. If you didn't below 16, like we talked about, you know, might be time to watch how you respond to 1584 here. I did take the 204s. I took the 204s for today. Yeah, and tomorrow.
Hey Potter, could you look at McDonald's for me real quick on the hourly, please?
I was just gonna bring that up, dude.
What are you looking at?
Below 311. I'm looking at it on the hour on the box right there, and there's 2 taps. So if it breaks below that, maybe like the 307 as an imbalance.
7. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I'm sorry, not 307. It's like 309.
No, you're fine. Yeah, well, that I wouldn't. I was gonna say don't go. I wouldn't go for the fucking. Oh no, fucking way. No fucking way. I do this, bro. If I pull this off, I bought 204s.
That's crazy.
There's no way. I bought them for tomorrow too, but damn. Fucking bastards. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. We don't have that juice.
Meanwhile, BURL is going crazy.
What, the contracts?
Yeah, the contracts are have more emphasis than the move itself.
Yeah.
I like how you put that. More emphasis.
Yeah.
Just volume moving around on it. I don't have the highest of hopes for it, but we'll see what we get.
I'm in the 185s with you.
That was a somewhere in my plums type, you know. I could feel it down on my plums. Getting all swollen and juicy. Ready for the market.
Noted.
That's from Eastbound and Down, guys.
Yeah.
But it's not me. Super Bowl in 4 minutes? Oh. How many of you guys on TikTok are going to be here at 6:30 Eastern time to do the Q&A? Shut up, Bobby. Before I come and dunk on you in Ohio. I bet Ohio didn't even have basketball hoops. I'm just kidding. That's where LeBron came from. Yeah, this will. Me setting my alarm clock on my taint? Lance, what the fuck? Bro, you trading McDonald's? No, I'm not trading McDonald's. Diddy? You trading baby oil?
What I do?
Not you. There's another Diddy. It's a double Diddy.
Oh, gotcha.
You ever been double Diddy? Rough.
Speaking of Diddy, have you seen J&J recently?
T and who?
J&J.
J&J. No, I have not. Fucking hate J&J. Nope. Doo-doo. Sitting up against a wall.
Yeah.
We're gonna fall. I'm looking for something. I feel like there's something out there calling my name. Damn, Disney looks fucking ripe.
Did you look at QS?
No.
Why are you so quiet?
Yeah, why the fuck are you so... Man, that thing's already ripping. What do you want me to do about that? Can't tell me now. Oh, well, if anywhere at the top, I would say 470. Good God.
$5 July 18th for 15 cents this morning. I picked them up. They're up to 25 cents now.
Allah Akbar.
No one was listening to Cade when he said that.
The fuck is InTap?
Roku.
What's it doing? Oh, is it pumping? It's pumping. All right. Everybody was watching a video earnings. You guys ready to cry?
30 seconds.
You guys ready to be cry?
Did you
And
Is
What?
Alf today too, partner?
huh?
When's Alf's earnings? Tomorrow or today?
Today.
Gary, you didn't take anything though, right? Nothing looked good.
I took some IWMs, some Burlingtons, some Elf hedges, but that's
Ooh,
irrelevant.
did you see the elf drop?
Just now?
Yeah, like a second ago.
Brother, you watching the 24-hour? I did
I
see
think
it.
I'm in the 5-minute.
Oh, I bet that looks crazy. To me, it looked like a muscle twitch. Oh, yeah, we might be dying. Goodbye. You didn't sell enough beauty products. Shut the fuck.
Did you guys take Nvidia long?
Elf just acquired Hailey Bieber's cosmetics for $1 billion. Who the fuck is she? What did she ever do? Is Hailey Bieber like famous or something?
Yeah, she's like a little child actress. Now she's married
What's
to
his
JB.
name now?
She's always
fucking
been-
Justin
daughter.
Bieber.
She's this model, socialite, creative director, businesswoman. Founder.
She's
low
low-key
key
a stalker, really.
always been Hollywood, basically.
Oh, that's
It's Alec
Baldwin.
Baldwin's daughter, isn't it?
Yeah, that is Baldwin's daughter.
Niece.
Okay, cool. So she's just a nepo baby. Cool, got it.
Or-
She is known
Oh,
for her.
McDonald's is.
Oh god.
Hey, yo, I read this all wrong. She is known for her glazed donut. Oh, Lord have mercy. They have a son named Jack. Okay. She also likes boxing. Bullshit. Yeah, so that's cool. Good job, Elf. What a bad business decision. I know. I think they forced Justin Bieber to marry her. Bro, I'm not into like this. I don't watch Stars or anything like that. I don't like pay attention to it, but I have seen clips of how that dude like talks around his wife or like treats her, bro. Hey, yo, what is this, Alex? What are you doing? What? No. No. No, 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 no. No. Like, wow. That's
Hey, we
me
can
as a
look at
black man.
SVIX.
Finally. Just in case anybody ever wanted to know, that's
What
me.
the hell?
That's me as a black dude.
Oh boy. You look like the guy from Prison Break.
I appreciate that,
Hey,
Alex.
y'all look at SVIX. SVIX.
Yeah, somebody had me look at that this
No,
morning.
no. SV is in Victor IX.
Oh my God. What is this? Yeah, $15.
Venmoon.
I see that. Not the phone. See? I can say it now. You're stupid. Yeah. Yeah, that one's 1535. Nothing on the video, no. You guys sure it has earnings today? Is there earnings today? 6:30.
If I'm not mistaken, they wait for all the market to close, even the late ETFs.
Wait, Nvidia? What is that? Oh my God. Well, Elf isn't really doing anything. CRM. Trying to rip. Yeah, I can see that one trying. The weekly's probably way cleaner. Yeah, the weekly has empty space. Up to 315. Look at the 5
Live
minute chart.
chat's turning into crash out.
Why do I want to look at the 5? So the candle looks bigger? I want to, oh, no, I don't want to do that.
What am I doing?
It's so wild, man. I get these reports on TikTok and I'll appeal them and they'll like within a couple of minutes just be like, yeah, sorry. BXART. What the fuck? Wait, hold on. Good fucking heavens. Is it dumping yet? Yeah. Goodbye. Don't stress it. Unless this thing crashes all the way back down. What do I think about Grinder?
It's a good app. Interface needs a little work though.
Yeah, it's all. It's an app for hustlers, dude. It's where everybody goes to grind. Me and my homies always meet up on Grinder. Talk about business. That
That's where I
fucking
found this Discord.
yeah, it's great for networking. I was trying to network. I didn't know I was gonna get fucked. I mean, you definitely have the consolidation to make a move. For sure. Where that move goes though, I mean, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this big green wiener? Yeah, I don't even know if I guess I would say 3250 actually. 3250. C3 AI. Yeah, start to move. Yeah, man, I kind of have a rule though. It's an unspoken rule. Usually when something like this, therapeutic squeeze, if I'm not in, I'm not getting in. Like, I learned my lesson a long time ago. I got in Kodak before any green candles. I had no confirmation on the chart. I just got in. And yeah, if I'm not in and begin, I mean, there was other pharmaceutical stocks that I chased and just terrible outcome. Yeah, Nvidia's not doing much. Tesla bounced though.
They throw the numbers out 4:30.
Yeah, the video won't report till after 4:20.
I think Tesla goes tomorrow if this holds, folks. What does Tesla got news right now? Not earnings. What's the news? Come the fuck on, bro. How do you do that? How do you come back down? Look at
Hell
that.
slapped 80.
Bro, you fucking slapped cost basis on the money. And
Sorry.
then sorry, you're okay. You've got a gap to fill at 1687. Dude, this could be a great place to reposition. 4:20 Eastern time. Okay.
Otter, you think 200 puts for IWM is too far? I know you're in the 204s, but I was looking for something a little cheaper.
On what? IWM?
Yeah.
About to grab some calls. You said what? Let me stop. I'm just looking at it right now. It bounced right where the fuck I said it was gonna bounce. And now I'm looking at the empty space above you. Peyton, there's a cat shitting in our yard right now. Get him. fuck.
With Burlington 185s for next week, they're already at 57%.
Like, oh my god. What you mean? Oh, NVIDIA needs CPR? Yes, ma'am. It certainly does. It is shitting in pieces all over my garden. I hope everybody knows that I'm not going heavy into IWM right now. It's less than a $600 position at the moment. I also just basically made 15 bands today. So according to my calculations, I'm looking at 207s now. Yeah, 207s. I'll just grab less of those since they're more.
I didn't know Nvidia had a leverage.
Yeah,
2x.
dude. Hell yeah, dude. You'd be surprised how many fucking leverage they... Is 15K the most you've made in one day? No. I made $56,000 in one day. It was an incredible day.
Off of how much did you put in to get that?
$700.
Dude, this makes
Oh shit!
Nvidia makes for a really nice or like that leverage. It's like $10. You could sell options on this. Pretty
Yeah,
good.
I think what I'd really be more curious is how they actually pay though. I want to know how those
It's
pay.
172% IB on those. It's
Jesus
crazy. Well, earnings.
Damn. Yeah, you probably could sell them. Ah, news on Tesla. Perfect timing. How long are they gonna fucking milk this robo-taxi shit though? We're gonna be the next Uber.
Dude, there's like no stopping on ELF right now.
Know your worth. Shut up, Bobby.
Anybody pick up OKTA 105s?
ATA?
OKTA.
Oh, okay, TA.
Called it out earlier. Yeah, it's kind of what it was.
Jesus Christ, bro. Is that earnings?
Well, most of that happened overnight, but the last little leg happened today. I picked up some 105s to counter my equity, and so far it's at 80%.
I'm sure it's up more than that, right? Or did it close there?
I got in. I waited for confirmation below 106, and so I got in. Then I actually got out, and I got back in because it was going up for a second. So I should be
Oh,
at
shit,
more.
up.
But
Yeah.
Did you see Elf already?
Yeah. What am I
Went
supposed
bye-bye.
What am I supposed to be scared? You know what this is right here, folks?
Empty space.
Oh. We'll be back. Unless everybody in the world stops wearing elf.
Yeah, you'll probably just pick up more right there, right, Potter? Give or
would-
take.
Yeah, might have to. Yeah, maybe it might.
Because you're only in that. So,
Yeah, I'm only in equity. Yeah, I might. If it drops low enough, it dropped back down to 69. Oh yeah. But-
Yeah, you're not going to do anything right at open anyway. So
well, it hasn't even reported yet, right?
Elf? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
No, they have not.
No, so
Oh,
that could
perfect.
totally flip around.
Yeah.
This
or
was all due to that Bieber news.
Bieber news. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you,
that-
you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's dumb too. It's selling.
I never understood why that makes a stock drop. And it's diversification. It's good for the company long term, but
It's a risk.
that makes too much
You're-
sense.
I mean, maybe
Yeah, I
you're
guess
adding.
more debt.
Maybe you're adding risk.
Yeah.
You know, what if it fucking shits the bed? Doesn't do
True.
shit. I mean, who the fuck
Yeah.
is Haley Bieber?
It's not even that. I think it's more about like why are like investors would be confused. Why the hell are they spending $1 billion on a deal when they
Yeah,
kind of
less
like eat
than
up their
spend.
cash flow? It's like a short term pullback. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, but I also think it would be like way better to go after somebody who has a little bit more notoriety, rather than like some obscure fucking stalking model who's just married to Bieber. It's weird.
Yeah, but she's got a lot of pull things.
Yeah, she's got a pull with the people who buy her products. So
Really?
the
She
young
is
girls.
pretty.
Is she popular? I'm just out of touch.
She was friends with the
Yeah.
Kardashians. She's in the group.
She's for like that 19 to late 20-year-old, probably.
Oh shit.
And teenagers.
You guys know a lot about her. Way more than
Yeah,
we
you do.
did.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you guys are like little Haley Biebers, believers.
Or Haley.
All I know is Justin
Taylor
Bieber
Swift
treats
fan.
Will Smith's son better than her.
Enforced
Well,
to
she's
the hell out
been
of that.
really the last couple of days because they're saying that Justin Bieber's on fentanyl, so they've been talking about her.
I feel like he's just going through his bad phase
With-
in order
with-
to be relevant again.
No, I think he just doesn't fucking like that chick. I'm gonna be dead ass with you, dude. I mean, body language is everything. Homie does not like that does not like her. At all.
That
The cabal wants this relationship, though.
Yeah, I
I
do
thought
watch the
Bieber had other things to worry about, like the baby oil.
Yeah, yo, go watch the Bieber hate his wife core on TikTok. It's actually like it's like damn,
New
dude.
rabbit hole on this.
Huh? A rabbit hole on it? I watched it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can clearly tell.
Yeah, definitely rattled. Maybe Bieber likes his Diddy. I don't know.
That moment in time, your algorithm changed.
Yeah. I get random ones like that. Like that who's that doctor I post him on Instagram all the time. It's a fucking AI doctor. You know what I'm talking about? Dr. Pickle.
That's just every other word.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Brain gets stuck. The fuck is a root canal? When a fucking nerve inside your tooth gets infected, the dentist grabs their tiny ass drill and goes to fucking town. They go, what the fuck is PTSD?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That guy.
I actually learned a lot though. I mean, yeah. He just did one on PTSD. It was pretty funny. He's like, it's when your fuck ass brain.
Just did it on PTSD. It was.
Yeah, it's funny. All right, guys. Well, let's see what the morning brings. There's not the most incredible setup right now, and realistically, guys, with IWM, we really do need to see a move down, and even if that does end up happening, it still only puts us in range, right? It is, what the fuck? Gross. Ew. See, that's fucking wild, bro. That's a status shopping store, bro. But this right here, right? This could be a range that we create. So,
But I'm curious why you didn't pick the wicks above on the IWM box.
On what? IWM?
You drew like this channel or like a box, but can you draw a box again or just no go? What's the opposite of undo? Updo? What? Redo? Redo.
I don't.
Alpha picking back up.
Do you have a
Right,
problem
just-
with his analysis? Is that what we're hearing?
No, I'm just trying to understand like okay. That's different.
It doesn't matter really because it's the 4 hour where it's the clearest. I would say this is a 4 hour box over a 24-hour box. Right? Just because of clarity. Clarity wise, but it doesn't matter because they're both the same cost basis marks. So.
Okay. No, I was trying to understand because that's the box that I had, and I was wondering what your take was on setting up the box before this one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.